Alright, let's go over simplifying rational expressions. So this is a rational expression here. We have 3x to the fourth over 12x to the fifth, and we want to reduce this. So we're going to reduce this just like we would just like we would reduce a fraction. So 3 over 12, that can be reduced because 3 goes into both of them. 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 12 divided by 3 is 4. Then here, when we reduce these exponents, since they're both base x, we have x to the fourth, x to the fifth, we're going to subtract exponents. So the difference between these two is 1. 5 is 1 greater than 4. And notice that the greater exponent is in the denominator. So after we subtract, we're going to keep it in the denominator. So we end up with 1 over 4x. Let's try this one. 12 over 30. So what number goes into both of these? Well, 6 does. 12 divided by 2, 12 divided by 6 is 2. 30 divided by 6 is 5. Now here we have to reduce the exponents also. X cubed, x squared, we subtract, and we have 1. But we started off with more in the numerator, so this time the x remains in the numerator. So we have 2x over 5. Let's look at one more. So here, think of a number that goes into both of these. 6 does. So 24 divided by 6 is 4. 30 divided by 6 is 5. Then let's subtract these exponents. 5 minus 2 is 3. And the exponent in the numerator is greater, so therefore it will remain in the numerator. So we have 4x cubed over 5. Alright, let's look at these two examples. So you notice in the numerator we have a binomial in it, which is 2 terms and 1 term in the denominator. If we have 2 terms separated by a plus or a minus, we can actually split them up. So we could write 24x to the fifth over 6x to the fourth, then minus 15x cubed over 6x to the fourth. So that works if there's a plus or a minus in the numerator. We can reduce each of these separately. So what goes into 24 and 6? 6 does, so divide both by 6. 24 divided by 6 is 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1. Alright, now let's take care of x to the fifth and x to the fourth. We're going to subtract exponents. So 5 minus 4 is 1. And there is a greater exponent in the numerator, so we're going to have x to the first in the numerator. Now let's look at this one. 15x cubed over 6x to the fourth. What number goes into both of these? Well, 3 does. So divide both of these by 3. We'll be left with 5 over 2. Now let's look at the variable with the exponent. X cubed over x to the fourth. The difference between these exponents is 1, and the larger exponent is the numerator, so it will be left in the numerator. So we can rewrite this. 6x over 1 is simply 6x, and then this is 5 over 2x. Alright, let's look at this one. This is pretty much exactly the same as this, except it's flipped. So this denominator is this numerator, and this numerator is this denominator. Okay, so here we're able to split these at this minus sign. We cannot do that if it's in the denominator. We have to simply keep it the way it is and reduce it from here. So now I got to take the greatest common factor that goes into all of these terms. So what goes into 6x to the fourth, 24x to the fifth, and 15x cubed? Well, 3 goes into all of them. And they all have an x, so take out an x to the smallest exponent, so x cubed. 3x cubed from the numerator and denominator. When we factor that out from here, we'll be left with 2x, because we just divide by 3x cubed. Then do that down here. 24x to the fifth divided by 3x cubed. When we take that out, we're going to have 8x squared. And then from here, 3 goes into 15 5 times, so minus 5. And when we take the x cubed out, there will be no more variable here. And now these cancel, and we simply have 2x over 8x squared minus 5. So they look similar, but we end up with different answers. Alright, this is another type of rational expression, x squared minus x minus 12 over x squared minus 2x minus 8. So because there are minuses here, we could actually split this up. X squared over x squared minus 2x minus 8 minus x over x squared minus 2x minus 8 minus 12 over x squared minus 2x minus 8. Alright, so this is a way you could try to do it, but you'll see you're not going to get very far because you're going to have to factor out greatest common factor here, which would be only 1 that goes into this and also all three of these. Same thing for here and same thing for here. So this is not the best method. So let's get rid of this. Instead, what we want to do is just factor right from here. So factor x squared minus x minus 12. That's going to be x minus 4 and x plus 3, because negative 4 and 3 add up to negative 1. Negative 4 times 3 multiplied to equal negative 12. Now factor the denominator. So we're going to have x and x. We need to add up to negative 2 and multiply negative 4. It's negative 4 and positive 2. Now that this is two factors, x minus 4 times x plus 3 and x minus 4 times x plus 2, we could cancel these out. And we're left with x plus 3 over x plus 2.